Alright. Let's get into it. Probably study for like, not long, 45 minutes. I'm gonna try to play in an hour and like 20 minutes. So. Just gonna get through like maybe a hand, maybe two. Get in the right mindset and go offline for a few minutes and come back. Alright, what happened here? Who's who? Oh, I'm the 6-5. 3-bet, 40 effective here. Are we too shallow? Or is this still fine? Maybe we won't. Nah, I mean, I think in position we 3-bet some suited hands. Out of position we don't. When we're short. Looks like mid-game here, so let's see if I have a sim already loaded. Let's look at it. Probably mid-game, right? Mid-game. The effective average. Oh, this is all even stacks. I mean, here we're 41 effective. This is 50. This is gonna be 50 also. 30. Could run a new sim for 40. I guess. Make all the blinds and antes smaller. Let's just do a 40 across the board. I don't think covering and being covered is that big of a deal, like early game. Change it to MTT. It's 180 players to start. Let's do 145. 75% left. . might lag here a bit. The stream, that is. I'm gonna run the entire tree for just a bit here. While we wait, we can get ready for our session later. I'm not going to run it down to 10, I'm just going to run it down a little bit. Make it so it's not super scattered. And then we'll run like the specific spot more in depth. Leave me alone, man. Your stupid pop-ups. Alright, we're probably pretty good here. Let it run a little longer. So what's our spot? Under the gun versus cutoff, right? What size did I use? 6? I think 6 does make more sense here. I should have used the right sizings before I ran the sim. That was stupid. I guess I could redo it. I'm just gonna redo that. My bad. Rerun that. Change 3-bet sizings. Okay, those are the sizes I want to use. Alright, so spots under the gun versus cutoff. Alright, so I decided to 3-bet my 6-5 suited. It's not in there yet, but just started running the hand. Might be in there, I don't know. We'll see. Not gonna run this too long, just gonna run it a little longer. For now. Trying to think of anything I could do while I wait. I'm gonna fill my water bottle. Be right back. Alright. That was long enough for now. Now let's run the specific spot. So I've changed that to selected subtree. Not sure how low we're gonna run it, but we'll see how fast it goes. Let's see. I chose to 3-bet. Maybe we don't 3-bet at this depth. I saw it and thought that right away, so I don't know. We'll see. I think we're more like... I think this is a fine 3-bet when we're deeper. Not so great 40 effective. I could be wrong. Almost knocked over my coffee just now. That would have been miserable. Alright, looks like we're just overplaying our hand a wee bit. Not like terrible though. Definitely reasonable if you think you want to play heads up versus this player, or if they overfold in general. Probably fine. Looking like we're a little too aggro here. Could open up a deeper stacked one to the firm. Early, I only have 100 affected though. This sim I actually have open is already ran down pretty good. It's not the best sizings here though. It's not unreasonable. I mean, this is a bigger sizing, which I don't like. Yo, what's up, Matt? Making every. It's not the camera. It's the entire stream, I think. Yeah, it's not the best while streaming, but I mean, in a perfect world, I have all these sims like saved already, or like very similar sims, but I just started using HRC again maybe 4 months ago, so I only have like a limited amount of saved stuff here. But once you have a nice library of like saved sims, you can go through them pretty quick. Less time spent just like waiting for the spot to like run. This is 100 effective, so let's see if our 3-bet's more relevant deep stacked. I mean, it's a different world here, 40 versus 100, but not sure how far down I've. Let's find out. Here comes the lag. Not gonna study too long. We're gonna be playing in about an hour. So study another maybe 45 minutes. Take a few minutes, turn off the stream, start up with delay. Walk around. Alright, while that's loading, I'm gonna rename this thing here. So this is 180 man, 75% left, 40 average, or I guess 40th. Okay. My coffee got cold so quickly. Definitely a more relevant hand to 3-bet 100 deep. But 40, it looks like we overplayed our hand here. Not by much. Like, if you can see the equity, it's in small font there, but I mean, it's pretty much break even to call, 3-bet, fold. So Definitely make it player dependent for sure. Don't think it's going to be too bad either way. I would suggest most of the time playing a little wider if you think you have a post-flop advantage as well. A lot of factors make you play a little looser. It's going to know which ones they are. Alright. That's enough. So, a little bit of a better hand deep stacked, but not by much. Pretty much the same thing. Spot could definitely be ran down a little longer. It's definitely a little... It's not complete. I mean, it's just randomly folding 9-8 suited. Oh, but not like the others. I mean, I guess maybe that's on purpose. 9-8 suited's not that great. We're just dominated by like under the gun suited 9s and all our straight outs. Like they have all our straight outs in their hand. All these big broadways. So like we never make a straight with 9-8 suited. Make more straights with these bottom ones, right? Alright, so looks like right away, our hand is not really a valid 3-bet, but it's not bad either, so... Let's go like this. Take a note. I 3-bet. 180 man, 75% left. I 3-bet 6-5 suited. Thought afterwards we're probably a little too short to be 3-betting this hand, which seems true. But call slash raise slash fold. All roughly 0 EV. Make player dependent. Okay. Easy note. Alright, let's see the rest of the hand. Maybe I had a question for the rest of it too. So this guy 4-bet me, so... Can I make it so this guy 4-bets me too? Under the gun... I have to add a 4-bet too. I think my hand's a fine continue, even at the stacked up versus a 4-bet, but I could be wrong. That's not what I want to do. 3-bet to 6, make this 12. Could definitely be wrong. We could be too shallow to be defending this. I mean, I could have just completely botched this whole hand here. Wouldn't be surprised. This guy checks. Oh, also it might be a reminder to study. Like I need to study 4-bet pots post flop. Definitely need to do that. I haven't really done much of that ever. I know for sure there's a lot more checking as the 4-better on the flop, which I like rarely do, so I definitely need to at least up my flop game in 4-bet pots at the very least on the flop. Be play pretty well. Anyway, I call the 4-bet. They check. Flush comes in. They bet without the heart. That seems like a mistake, but I'm not sure either. They jam. I guess they're looking for value from what? I 4-bet they call. I jam queens pre-flop. I jam queens and jacks pre-flop. First their 4-bet. Kings as well I jam. Aces I call. So we don't have quads, we don't have queens, jacks. What are my bluffs that call? Maybe like... Pretty sure the bluffs that you can kind of call a 4-bet with are like suited aces mostly. Just because like you have an over card to like their kings, queens. So what ace-x even gets here that calls a I don't even like their value. Their line doesn't really make too much sense. I feel like. I don't even see what they're getting value from at all. If you're going to bus, ace, oh, bust, then suited connectors are the best. Yeah, but we're also 40 effective too. Like on the flop or pre-flop here, I'm calling another 6, and they only have another, how much are they gonna have at this point? 12. So they only have like 27 big blinds behind. So like the risk reward is getting less and less the shorter you get. Whereas like if I call a 4-bet deep stack, they have like, they still have like 80 big blinds behind. It's not like the same. It's not the same reward at this depth here for, sucking out on aces. So I think that's why the sim here doesn't really prefer it pre-flop. But it's not bad either, right? Can I make it call my 4-bet? So, oh, I didn't run it at all, sorry. Gotta run this for a bit. People also aren't, bluffing here, not really, usually. So they're probably overweight value. Probably not worth continuing with garbage. What's the situation with this hand? This is 75% left. So early game. They just scared of the flush draws, especially when he doesn't have the ace of hearts. Yeah. I hear ya. But there's no, if you're like thinking properly, like I don't have offsuit hands here. There's no like flush draw. There's no flush draw to be had here on the turn. Like I don't have ace queen offsuit. I don't have pocket queens here with a heart. There's nothing here. There's no flush draws. There's only flushes and kings that slow played the flop. Like a I don't know what I would call, maybe like a king 10 suited. I might 3-bet call a 4-bet here, maybe. I think it's mostly like suited aces that might call the 4-bet. Like ace, like an ace 7 suited or something maybe might call a 4-bet. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, so anything on 4-bets. Oh, can I make it? Oh, let me add 6-5 suited here, so we're in the game. And let's run it again. Oh, well maybe in this specific instance we won't have ace-7 suited, because if they're 4-bet bluffing ace-7 suited, we don't want to have the 7. So I don't know. Maybe we... Not sure. Oh, it's done running. Okay. So 4-bets, right? And now we're in position in the cutoff. 6-5 suited is a very winning call. Okay, so the call is good if we get here with this hand. Let's run this spot though a little longer. Make sure it's more accurate. Okay, so the hands we continue with are these. If we choose to like 3-bet a suited connector, like a low suited hand, those are calling pretty much always. There's a little bit of folding with like 8-7, 9-8, 10-8 start to fold more. They're like, I think our outs are just like blocked by their range or something. I don't know. But yeah, these low suited hands are good. Some of these suited aces you can get in there with. King 10 suited, like I said. King Jack suited can call. Ace 10 suited, if you 3-bet that here, you can call. I usually like to call ace 10 suited here, so I probably don't have that. Also ace 9 suited I like calling here. Pre-flop. I tend to like 3-bet a little bit more linear because it's like easier to think about and remember. I think the solver likes to split them up a little bit because it's like it has more board coverage or some garbage, but like I don't think that really applies in real life. It's like people aren't thinking on that level, really. I'm not thinking like, oh, this guy's linear here, he's not gonna have as many hands as he should on this board, yada yada. Nobody's thinking that. You'd have to have a crazy read on your opponent to be thinking in that way, I would say. So, I think it's easier just to like 3-bet more linear, in my opinion here. So anyways, they 4-bet, and we call. So this is what our range looks like. We're jamming kings, queens, jacks mostly. Ace king suited, ace king off jamming. We just slow play aces. Ace queen off can surprisingly continue, it looks like, at least in theory. I don't like continuing here. I would never continue this in practice, I think. People usually underbluff here. Not doing too well. I mean, what does our range look like? Jack. I guess there's some jacks, so it makes sense. Like in theory, cutoff's supposed to 4-bet some jacks here. Oh, 3-bet some jacks. Cutoff versus under the gun. Sure. I think I would mostly call jacks here. I'd probably 3-bet ace king off pure just because it plays better. Heads up. And we're 40 deep, so it's not like the end of the world getting it in. I think jacks play a little better multi-way, so I like calling that one a little more. Queens I would always 3-bet here. So even queens can do a little slow playing. I could probably 3-bet ace-queen off here more. I thought ace-10 off was like the hand here to 3-bet. End up calling ace-queen off a little bit more. Let's see what if I 3-bet ace-queen off, what is hijack or under the gun doing? I mean, they call some ace-jack, ace-10 suited, ace-9, ace-8 suited that we get value from, I guess. And we block aces and queens, ace-king. I guess that makes sense. Maybe I'll start using that hand there more. I tend to flat here. With the ace-queen offsuit. Surprisingly, I wonder if maybe if I didn't run the spot long enough, it wants to 3-bet ace-queen more than it wants to 3-bet ace-king. I mean, ace-king and jacks here aren't really like crazy value hands. I guess queens as well really isn't that great. So, cut off 3-bets under the gun now. Can 4-bet jam ace-king off, jacks. Sevens is in there for some reason. Let's see. See how run down this spot is. Sevens might have some like block properties or something that make it good to jam. Because it also chooses ace-7 suited here, so something to do with the 7, I think. Let me see. So it looks like ace-7 suited is like we're unblocking. We block value with the ace and we unblock bluffs with the 7. There's not too many 7 bluffs, right? We don't block the 6-5, the 9-8, 10-8, ace-6, ace-4. So kind of an interesting spot with the 7. Pocket 7s and ace-7 suited both are kind of playing an interesting game, unblocking all the bluffs. And then we, you know, pocket 7s does okay versus like ace-king when you get it in. Ace-7 suited does okay versus like kings and queens or whatever. On the rare occasion you run into them. I mean, all the suited aces kind of like fighting back a little bit, right? But the 7s in particular, I think, are because of that reason. Not really worth doing in game because it's hard to know which hands people are using as their bluffs. So probably not worth in game. Oh yeah, this is a 4-bet pot, right? So 4 bets and cut off calls. So let's look at a little bit of post flop too. Some 4-bet post flop. See how that looks. Oh no, no, why? Okay, I gotta bring it up on stream. Good thing I had the stream. I deleted the hand, so I don't have the board. Luckily, I live streamed it, so I could just rewind my stream. Okay, so it's King of Hearts, Ten of Hearts, King of Clubs. Besides, they're probably not going to work out. I'm probably going to have to change the sizings, but so yeah, this is too large. Let's have them bet like, I usually like to bet like 15% on the flop. 4-bet pots. So let's do 15%'s like 4.2 blinds, I think. Oh, I could just do 15%. That works even better. Okay. Get rid of this one. Alright. Let's look at some 4-bet post flop, see what's going on. See if we can learn anything real quick. Probably not, because we're gonna, you know, I gotta look at a lot of different flops and develop a strategy over time, but this is a unique flop too. King, King 10. Alright, so there's pretty much no checking on this flop from under the gun. Is there a reason for that, or we just never check in 4-bet pots? I'm pretty sure there's a good amount of checking in 4-bet pots, so it must be a board advantage here. We must have some kind of board advantage. We have a lot of ace-king suited. We look at cutoff's range here. Cutoff has a little bit of King X. Under the gun has the stronger kings. More overpaired, like more pairs on the board. So we have a king advantage. What does the overall ranges look like? Percentage versus percentage, like who has the tighter range? How would I look at that? Oh, like this, right? Oh, maybe not. No, no. Never mind. Not seeing anywhere that tells me the percentage of overall hands at this point. Like, what percentage of hands do we have at this point? Like 5%, 6%? Can't really tell, like, who has the tighter range just by looking. Looks like Cutoff has the tighter range. They have less hands, I would say. It looks like Cutoff's range is pretty tight. It's mostly aces and then like a lot of like these mediocre other hands. Mediocre suited hands. Some ace queen off. Okay. So we have the looser range here under the gun, but I guess we have a board advantage. Maybe that's what's going on. We could try out some different flops too. Did the guy bet the flop? I don't remember. Let's see. Alright, well, let's assume they bet. Cutoff calls. Eight of hearts on the turn, right? I'm gonna guess we don't bet too much here. Okay, time to lag. Alright, so on the 8 turn, under the gun should be mostly checking, but can continue betting some. Which is surprising, because I feel like can actually jam a little bit too, surprisingly. What hands would prefer jamming? Mostly just King 9. pocket nines if you have a flush draw randomly, I guess. If I jam, are they folding queens, jacks without a heart? Folding queens without a heart. Get value from ace queen with a heart. Alright, well he's doing a little bit more betting than I thought they would. Aces without a flush draw. I mean, bet or check seems reasonable. I would tend to like want to check without, bet with. Seems like it doesn't really matter though here. I guess aces with a heart looks like it wants to bet a little bit more often, but ace king's betting a lot. King 9. What kind of bluffs do we have? So we want to bluff ace 9 of diamonds. Don't want to bluff clubs, right? Hearts you can check some. Ace 10, ace 9 of hearts wants to pure check. Ace 7 of hearts pure checking. Ace 6 of hearts pure checking. Ace queen with any heart seems to be pure betting. So essentially you just don't want to have the clubs in your hand if you're going to continue bluffing. Ace 9 of diamonds can bluff here. Ace 9 of spades. I mean, even a little bit of ace 7 of clubs is bluffing. Probably no 7 of clubs in our range at this point, I would imagine. Maybe the lower clubs are fine. Maybe not. Ace 3, it's only ace 7. Something to do with those 7s again, I think. Just likes having the 7. Okay. Kind of want to look at some other different boards. Save both of these real quick. Time we got. Alright, we're gonna be playing in 25 minutes, so maybe just look at another 4-bet spot and call it. Turn off the stream. We'll be back in a few minutes. On delay. On delay, on delay. On delay. We'll be on delay when we come back. Alright. Alright, let's save this spot. Let's do a different board here. Should we do a short stack or deep stack pot? I guess for comparison, we'll stick with the 40. Alright. We need a different flop here. Let's just randomize a flop. Alright, 4, and then there's what? 3, right? 13, 12, yeah. First card. Club. Use of clubs. Second card. Club. Queen of clubs. Spade. Six of spades. Alright. Let's see what this flop. Let's see what happens with this flop here. Alright. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Time to lag. On delay. On delay. Arriba. Alright. Queen high flush draw flop. Interesting board here. I mean, we still mostly bet. Not much checking. No jamming. Interesting. Mostly betting. Alright, can we try another board here? Let's do it again. Should we do 100 effective this time? Maybe we'll do that a different day. We'll keep them all 40 so we have better comparison. I think. Alright, let's do it again. Random. What do we got? Or do we want a specific board? Are we thinking, like, how do we play certain boards post-flop 4-bet pots? What flops would give me the most trouble? What would give me the most trouble? Kind of interested if we jam these flops, because we jam like Jack 10, 10-9 boards in 3-bet pots. Now that's a 4-bet pot. Let's see. A lot of the times you're going to see like a lot of overbet jamming on Jack 10 and 10-9 boards in 3-bet pots. Specifically those boards, with the exception of like the mono variant. So like if 3 of the same suit. Not going to be jamming on that board, but rainbow, flush draw, lots of jamming. Well, looks like there's a lot of jamming on these boards and 4-bet pots too. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Pretty much like a range jam. Only 14% of our range wants to do something else other than jam. So the hands we're not gonna jam are like sets. I mean, I like checking those usually here. I think if I took away the small bet size. So now that we know it's a predominant jam spot, I think we could just remove the small bet and just only jam or check. This would be my strategy on this board here, now that I know. Now that I know we can jam these boards in 4-bet pots as well, my strategy would be jam or check here, I think. Wow, we're jamming top set, really? Wait, this is a 4-bet pot, right? We're 4-betting 10s and jacks sometimes? Interesting. Huh. I would have thought, I would call 10s here. I'd probably just pure jam jacks pre-flop. Ace king off, just jam. Unless I, you know, read on my opponent being tight. Also good to see these low suited aces 4-bet jamming here. I think that's because cutoff's value range is really narrow. Like, it's really only like aces, ace king, kings. So like if we saw like, let's say we were shorter here and like our value range was like down to 10s or something, I don't think the suited aces would jam anymore. Like they are here. I think we'd probably like jam more king jack suited type hands. King queen suited, maybe. Because those hands, I think those hands are just better versus like a wider value range. Because they have like 2 overcards to like pairs that get called by. Whereas like the suited aces here are blocking so much value. Because our range is really just like aces, ace king suited, ace king off, kings, queens and jacks flatting here a good amount. So I think in general that's how you structure your 4-bet jamming range. Now if you know your opponent's over 3-bet bluffing, you could pretty much just like 4-bet rip like all the suited aces. Maybe not all of them, but you know, 4-bet non-all-in, some jam a lot. You could jam more pairs on them too. For sure. Yeah. Alright, we got 17 minutes. I am going to... Is there any note I want to take from this? Oh. This is a good one. So I imagine if I do the same here with a... I guess I'll do it real quick. We'll do 10-9 instead. Just to further validate. Further validate myself here. I I guess I could have I could add a let's for this one we'll add a middling size too. In case it like prefers that or something. Let's do like 25%. I guess. I doubt it'll matter. Let's leave it in there. Oh, yeah, 10-9 doesn't want to jam. Okay. But it's only Jack 10 boards, I guess. Pretty sure in 3-bet pots you want to jam 10-9 boards too. Could be the ranges at play as well. Some kind of like... some kind of range to board reasoning. Yo, Mikhail Joe. Hey, and Mikhail Joe? Mikhail Joe? I like Joe. Joe's a great name. Perfect name. Best name. The greatest name. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, 4-bet pot, 75% left, 180 man. Can jam this board in 3-bet or 4-bets pots as well. And then this one here. Ah, what did I just do? I don't know what the fuck I just did. That was weird. What? I was trying to take a screenshot, man. Jesus. Not jamming this board. Not jam. Unlike in 3-bets. Okay, well, that's gonna be it. Short study session. Can we save any of these spots? Anything worth saving? Not really. No. Okay. Okay. Why are you opening Microsoft Store? Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you, man. Go away. Okay. I'll be back, in like, I don't know. I'm not gonna go live immediately because I have like set up my tables and stuff, but I'll definitely be I'll be live within like the next hour for sure. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you tuning in just to watch me kind of study some quick spots. Follow if you're new. Yeah, we'll be going offline right now. I'm gonna come back with 5-minute delay within the hour here, and we're gonna be playing a bit. All right, thanks for watching. Follow the socials, and I'll be back soon. Boop.